What if you could walk into any room and instantly know who was lying to you, who genuinely liked you, and who was pretending, who was confident, and who was terrified underneath a mask, who had power, and who was desperately trying to appear like they did? Mr. Sticky used to think this kind of perception was a superpower only certain gifted people were born with. He was wrong. Body language is a language. And like any language, it can be learned. The moment Mr. Sticky learned to read it, his relationships changed, his career changed, his ability to protect himself from deception changed completely. In the next 15 minutes, you are going to learn exactly what he learned. 7 body language secrets that most people will never know. Pay close attention, because once you see these things, you cannot unsee them. Why body language matters more than words. In 1967, psychologist Albert Mehrabian conducted research that changed how we understand human communication forever. His findings showed that when someone communicates feelings or attitudes, only 7% of the message comes from the actual words they use. 38% comes from tone of voice, and 55%, more than half of everything being communicated, comes from body language. This means the words someone speaks are almost the least important part of what they are telling you. Their body is doing most of the talking, and most people are completely fluent in saying one thing with their mouth, while their body screams something completely different. Mr. Sticky had been listening to words his entire life. He had been missing more than half of every conversation he had ever had. That changed the moment he learned these 7 secrets. The 7 body language secrets. Secret number 1, the feet never lie. Most people trying to read body language focus on the face. Big mistake. The face is the most practiced, most controlled, most deliberately managed part of the human body. People know you are watching their face, so they manage it. But the feet? Almost nobody thinks about their feet. And that is why the feet reveal the truth. FBI behavioral analyst Joe Navarro, who spent 25 years reading people for a living, says the feet are the most honest part of the human body. Here is what to watch. When someone's feet point toward the door during a conversation, they want to leave, regardless of what their mouth is saying. When someone's feet point toward you, they are genuinely engaged and interested. When someone stands with feet wide and planted firmly, they feel dominant and confident in this space. When someone's feet turn inward, weight shifting nervously, they feel insecure or threatened. Next time you are in a meeting or a conversation, stop watching people's faces. Watch their feet. You will be shocked at what you discover. Secret number 2, leaning reveals everything about interest. The body naturally moves toward things it likes and away from things it doesn't. This is called approach and avoidance behavior, and it is one of the most primal, uncontrollable signals the human body produces. When someone leans toward you during conversation, even slightly, they are genuinely interested in you and what you are saying. Their body is unconsciously moving closer to something it values. When someone leans back, even while maintaining eye contact and smiling, there is emotional or psychological distance. They may be polite, but they are pulling away. This is incredibly powerful in job interviews. When the interviewer leans forward while you are speaking, you are connecting. Keep going. You are on the right track. When they lean back and begin looking at their notes, shift your approach. You are losing them in sales, in dating, in negotiation, in friendship. The lean tells you everything the words are hiding. Watch the lean. Always watch the lean. Secret number 3, eye contact is a power game. Eye contact is one of the most misunderstood elements of body language. Most people think confident people hold strong, unbroken eye contact. And while consistency matters, the type of eye contact matters even more. Here is what research shows. Confident, genuine eye contact moves naturally between the eyes and occasionally breaks. Not nervously, but deliberately. It is relaxed, unhurried. It communicates, I am comfortable. I have nothing to hide. Nervous eye contact darts sideways rapidly, looks down frequently, cannot hold the gaze for more than a second or 2 before breaking away. But here is the surprising part. Too much unblinking staring is also a warning sign. It communicates aggression or the performance of false confidence. Manipulators and narcissists often use intense, unblinking stares deliberately to create discomfort and establish dominance. The sweet spot, Hold eye contact 60 to 70% of the time during conversation. Break it naturally, not downward, which signals submission, but sideways, which signals thinking and confidence. Mr. Sticky practiced this in every conversation. Within 2 weeks, people started describing him as charismatic. Nothing else had changed, just his eyes. Secret number 4, mirroring builds instant trust. Here is one of the most powerful and least known principles in all of social psychology. When two people genuinely like and trust each other, they unconsciously begin to mirror each other's body language. Same posture, same gestures, same pace of speech, same facial expressions. This mirroring happens naturally between close friends, couples, and people in deep rapport. The brain reads mirroring as a signal of sameness, and sameness equals safety and trust. But here's what Mr. Sticky discovered. You can use mirroring deliberately. When you subtly match someone's posture, their pace of speech, their energy level, they begin to feel an unconscious sense of connection with you. Not immediately, not obviously, but steadily. They feel understood, they feel comfortable, they feel like you are on the same side. This is the technique top therapists, negotiators, and salespeople use constantly, not to manipulate, but to build genuine human connection faster. Try it in your next conversation. Mirror someone's posture naturally after a few minutes. Watch how the warmth in the conversation shifts. Secret number 5, face touching reveals hidden stress. When people feel anxious, uncertain, or deceptive, they touch their faces. This is called a self-soothing behavior. When stress rises, the brain unconsciously triggers self-touch to calm the nervous system. The most common signals, covering the mouth while speaking, often indicates the person is unsure of what they are saying or does not fully believe it themselves. Touching or rubbing the nose, a classic signal of discomfort or mild deception. Not always lying, sometimes just internal conflict. Rubbing the back of the neck, frustration or disagreement. When someone does this while nodding along with you, they are probably not as agreeable as they appear. Pulling on the ear, uncertainty. The person has not made up their mind yet. Mr. Sticky started noticing these signals everywhere. In business meetings, when someone touched their mouth before agreeing to a deal, he dug deeper, asked more questions, and 3 times discovered the agreement wasn't as solid as it appeared. Your face tells your secrets, and so does everyone else's. Secret number 6, palms up means open, palms down means control. The position of someone's palms during conversation is one of the most ancient and deeply wired body language signals in human communication. Open palms facing upward, a gesture of honesty, openness, and vulnerability. When someone speaks to you with palms up, their body is signaling, I have nothing to hide. What you see is what you get. Palms facing down, a gesture of authority, control, and dominance. When someone gives you instructions with their palm facing down, they are unconsciously asserting authority over you. This is why politicians and leaders are often coached to use open palm up gestures when addressing crowds. It subconsciously signals trustworthiness to thousands of people simultaneously. And closed fists, tension, disagreement, suppressed emotion, Mr. Sticky started using deliberate open palm gestures when presenting ideas at work, when asking for things, when making his case in difficult conversations. People started perceiving him as more honest, more trustworthy, more credible. He hadn't changed his words. He had changed what his hands were doing while he said them. Secret number 7, your posture is broadcasting your status right now. Every single second you are in the presence of other people. Your posture is communicating your level of confidence, status, and self-worth. Not your words, your posture. Neuroscientist Amy Cuddy's research at Harvard showed that expansive, open postures, what she called power poses, don't just influence how others see you, they influence how you see yourself. People who hold expansive postures for as little as 2 minutes before a high-pressure situation show measurable increases in testosterone, the dominance hormone, and decreases in cortisol, the stress hormone. Your body changes your mind. Your mind changes your performance. Your performance changes your outcome. Contracted posture, hunched shoulders, sunken chest, head down, arms crossed, broadcast submission and low status to every brain in the room, and those brains respond accordingly. Mr. Sticky spent years walking into rooms with contracted posture, head slightly down, making himself smaller. He changed one thing, chest open, shoulders back and relaxed, head level, pace slowed by 20%. The same rooms, the same people, completely different responses. How Mr. Sticky used all 7 secrets together. 6 months after learning these 7 secrets, Mr. Sticky walked into the most important job interview of his career. He arrived 2 minutes early, found a private space, stood in an expansive posture for 2 minutes, chest open, arms out, priming his brain for confidence. He walked in slowly, feet planted, head level, open palm handshake. During the interview, he watched the interviewer's feet. They stayed pointed towards him throughout. Good sign. He noticed the interviewer leaning forward when he described his past results. He expanded on those points. When the interviewer touched their face during a question about salary, Mr. Sticky recognized the signal. The number they offered wasn't their final number. He paused, held silence, and waited. The interviewer raised the number by 15%. He mirrored the interviewer's relaxed posture and measured pace of speech. By the end, the interviewer said something Mr. Sticky had never heard before. Honestly, I just feel like I've known you for years. He got the job. At a salary 20% higher than his previous role. Nothing had changed externally. Only his understanding of the silent language everyone speaks, but almost nobody reads. Here's your 7-day practice plan. 1 secret per day. Day 1, watch feet. In every conversation today, look at where people's feet are pointing. Just observe. Do not change anything. Day 2, notice the lean. Who leans toward you? Who pulls back? Start reading interest levels. Day 3, practice your eye contact. Aim for 60 to 70%. Break sideways, not down. Day 4, try mirroring. In one conversation, subtly match someone's posture and pace. Watch what happens. Day 5, watch for face touching. Notice when people touch their face. What were they saying in that moment? Day 6, use open palms consciously in one conversation. Notice if the tone shifts. Day 7, walk into one situation with full expansive posture, chest open, head level, pace slow. See how people respond differently. 7 days, 7 secrets, 7 experiments. Your only job this week is to observe. The education will happen automatically. The world is full of unspoken conversations happening all around you. Every single moment. Most people walk through life hearing only the words, but the words are only 7% of the story. The other 93%, the feet, the lean, the eyes, the touch, the palms, the mirror, the posture, that is where the truth lives. Mr. Sticky spent years missing all of it. Now he reads it everywhere, in every meeting, every negotiation, every relationship, every first impression. Not to manipulate, not to deceive, but to understand deeply and accurately the people around him and himself, because self-awareness starts with body awareness, and body awareness starts with deciding to pay attention. Start paying attention. Subscribe for the next Mr. Sticky story, and share this with one person who needs to hear it. See you next time.